Alright guys, this is a Kenmore model 1750. It's 158.17500. It's a complete model number, but it's basically just a 1750. It's one of the 1.2 amp all steel 40-pound beasts. A little beat up along the front edge here. It's got some paint dings. If you're looking for something pretty, go on to the next one, because this machine is not pretty. It's not perfect cosmetically, but it is a worker. Plain and simple. If you've got heavy duty projects or light projects, either one, this is just a working machine. It's basic straight stitch until you add one of the Kenmore. It's a C-cam, but they're kind of like the top hat, but they have to be the Kenmore, and they come in 4 colors. They come in the mint green, grass green, orange, or beige. This is just a regular cam, and this is a stretch cam. As you can see, it's like a double stack, and it does the stretch stitch. This machine in particular comes with 4 cams. Comes with your required zigzag cam, a stretch zigzag cam or rickrack. Comes with a multi-point zigzag cam and a blind stitch cam. These cams are readily available on eBay every day for about average $20 a set. So if you'd want a complete set of cams, you can find them on eBay. It does come with a zipper foot, a double needle, because everything can be sewn with a double needle. Comes with a new pack of ballpoint needles and a complete, beating it up some more, complete buttonhole with all the templates. Lid fits kind of loose, so get our band around it so all the templates don't fall out. 1.2 amp, your stitch width control is here, your stitch length and reverse is here, your feed dog drop is here, your light switch is over here, spool pin's up here, and your bobbin winder is up here on the top. Serviced and ready to go. It uses class 15 bobbins. It is a low shank machine, standard low shank, that uses 15 by 1 needles up to a size 18. I'm using a 16 for this demonstration. I'm going to start with just a regular piece of fabric here, and we'll go through some straight and zigzag. Right now we're on straight. This machine just goes. It's tabletop ready. As you can see, it doesn't have to be put in a cabinet or carrying case. It doesn't hop all over the table. It sits pretty still. Shortening the length here. There's a really fast zigzag, and as you can see, it didn't really do any walking or hopping across the table. A little bit of vibration. You can get that regardless. But this machine is really cool. Now, there's a lot of decorative cams too. I mean, you can make birds and Christmas trees and swans, and you know, there's waves and arrowheads and everything on your cams if you buy them. These are just basic stitch cams. Like I said, your blind stitch, your multi-point zigzag, and your rickrack. Decorative patterns, though, will be on the other cams if you buy the complete set. It's all metal. It is belt driven. I'm going to do 6 layers of real denim, and it's a size 16 needle. Like I said, this thing's just going to plow right through 6 layers. I don't know why you'd ever have to sew 6 layers of denim, but if you would, this machine can handle it. It'll pop right up over seams. Of course, you don't want to sew everything as fast as you can, because you're going to end up breaking a needle eventually. But this is just, for lack of a better term, a beast, literally. Now, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to use some quarters, and I'm going to show you. This is 6 quarters. These machines are great because they have lots of clearance under the foot. Now, I'm not saying by any means that this machine will sew something as thick as 6/4, but this foot lifts up far enough for you to get something like this underneath without it being in the way, without the foot being in the way. If you have ever sewn on a white or a dressmaker or another machine that does not have this lift, you know what I mean, because they don't lift up very far and you kind of have to force your fabric underneath the foot. The Kenmores are great because they have that lift and you don't have to do that. Especially if you're using a delicate fabric like silk or something like that that snags easily, the lift is very nice because you're not having to drag it across the feed dogs to get it under the foot. I did find 3 little pieces of garment leather in there in my fabric box. I need to get some more leather, but this is nothing heavy, nothing fancy. This is not dog leash leather, bridle leather, or belt leather. This is, you know, if you have a thin leather vest, if you have a leather pair of pants or something, this machine will handle that. Now, not all day, every day, but if you have a project that's light garment leather, this machine will handle a couple of layers. I'm not going to sew a belt with it. I'm not going to put a stinking wallet underneath it, because yeah, it might run through it. But about the 3rd time you pass, you're going to burn the motor up. I don't claim that kind of stuff with our machines because it's just not true. The machine is not industrial strength, as some sellers claim. They're not industrial strength. They are domestic machines that are built a little better back in the old school days with cast iron and steel instead of plastic parts. That's it. But they do make a nice stitch, consistent. This is all my stuff that needs cut, but it makes a nice consistent stitch on a couple layers of leather. And that is your Kenmore model 1750 1.2 amp cam machine.